You have Cait Sith to talk to. Alright. Chat. You wish to talk? I'm happy to, for as long as you can resist my scent. Her scent. Even now I can faintly pick up that, nice scent of yours, and it's making it hard to concentrate. Is that something you release consciously? To tell you the truth, back when I was trying to convince you in that alley, my mind was pretty jumbled. Things would have gone dicey if I hadn't heard Kageyona's advice about you. Well, of course, that's the special characteristics of all Cait Sith demons. That's why my scent constantly drives the males around me wild with lust. There are lots of demons that use scent as a weapon. They usually also have nectar or breath attacks to enhance the effect on particular opponents. And in a similar vein, I shake my fur like this to let out a breath attack, releasing a thick scent that my opponent is forced to breathe in. Although, having this constant effect around me is not all good. You see, there have been times I've attracted the service of those who I didn't intend to. For example, male dogs, male mice, and since there's no limit on how many I can inadvertently charm, I've been witness to some scenes of total chaos in front of me. Which is why you could say I don't move around much, or rather, I can't move around much. Carelessly moving about could increase the number of manservants. That's quite considerate of you. It sounds like quite a hassle. By the way, I know that your scent drives males around you crazy regardless of their species, but does it not have any effect at all on females? Like, back in the alley there are so many male cats serving you. I would have thought there'd be some in fighting amongst them because of that. I wouldn't say there's no effect at all, but they'll probably just think it was a nice scent. It might be different if they were thoroughly bathed in it. There's one exception. Our scent has no effect on those we recognize as our owners. That's because we Cait Sith have monarchs that we serve. The power of this scent is to win over those around us and make them allies. I believe that is most easily done with those of the opposite sex. Huh? So it doesn't affect someone you recognize as your owner? So then why did it affect me? What? That should be obvious. That's because you're my lifelong manservant. That makes my scent 3 times as effective as usual. And just standing here talking with me is risky. That shows just how broken in you are. Your body wants to give in and admit defeat before your mind realizes it. Human sense. Why do you like human scent so much? Being territorial animals, I seem to recall cats normally disliking any scent but their own. But you're so hardcore on it that you disliked any stolen tribute that didn't have human scent on it. Oh, that. I used to be a pet cat, so the smell of humans is actually quite comforting to me. Especially on clothes and towels. I love it when the smell seeped into fabric. I especially love your sort of scent. You have the smell of a human who's been drawn by my scent and fluffiness to bury your face in my fur. Cats can tell that sort of thing. No, it's because you've rubbed that scent all over me. So, Richard. She's saying you a softie. You nice guy, so cannot refuse Cait Sith's seductions. She's saying she can pick that up from your scent. You're here too? Also, stop popping up suddenly. Go back to your own room already. The thing is, I had my own personal assistant after I was born. They'd get me food whenever I wanted. They'd brush me when I was shedding, and the human would play with me if I gave a signal. There are also times I sleep together with them as well. And when I'd occasionally go outside and see the treatment of stray cats without a home, it got me thinking. The fact that I got whatever I wanted made me think that I was some kind of an aristocracy. That I was born a cut above other cats. But then one day, I was suddenly brought out into the back alley. I never saw my owner again. Laughable, isn't it? I was just some normal pet cat. I wasn't any kind of aristocracy at all. But rather than resenting humans, I yearned to have that lifestyle back, something fierce. That might be why I was acting like that in the alley where you found me. Cait Sith. Now living on the streets of tomcats serving me, I started trying to have everything my way again. I was determined to truly become aristocracy this time. But that might have been the wrong thing to do. I gradually became more and more arrogant and stopped being content with tomcats, eventually wanting even human males to serve me. Your emblem reacted. The desire to be the one to own a human, rather than be owned again, exploded inside me. I suppose I really am attached to the idea of being an aristocrat from my time as a pet cat, but I understand that's no excuse. Honestly, I still want you even now. I want to have a human by my side making a fuss of me. It kind of feels like I'm some sort of disgraced noble. I'm not that owner, so I can't know what they truly thought about you. But at the very least, I think you were pretty special. Also, keeping an animal requires a lot of dedication. The fact that you lived a content life is proof they had that. You being an actual aristocrat or not is irrelevant. What matters is that to both your owners and to me, you're a princess worth treating as one. Have more faith in yourself. Isn't that how aristocrats are supposed to act? Richard! Oh! Cait Sith used her tail to pull Richard into a hug. Woohoo! You're very good at flattering your master. Being a manservant suits you perfectly. You're right. While some aspects of the past still linger in my heart, that shouldn't have any bearing on the relationship between you and I now. You're my manservant, so all you need to do is keep burying yourself in my fluffy fur as you swear your loyalty to me. Oh, so fluffy. Chat. Her time as a cat. Your fur color is now pink with some purple mixed in. But was it like that when you were a normal cat? I'm no expert on animals, but while I've seen cats with a faint pink pigmentation, I've never heard of a cat as pink as you are. Huh? Really? That means cats aren't normally pink or purple? Thing is, I only got this form after my life as a normal cat ended. It all sort of happened after the fact. Normally, cats change into Nekomata and Cait Sith's demons while they're still alive. It's quite rare for it to happen after death. And so, I lost some of the memories of my past life while I experienced death. In my case, I lost information about myself. My name, appearance, place I lived are all fuzzy memories now. The only clue I have is a picture drawn in a notebook of me and my owner. Here, have a look. Personally, I think it's fairly good reproduction of the scene. This looks like a little kid's crayon drawing. Your old master must have been pretty young. Now I get it. You based your form on how you were depicted in this drawing. It's only been about half a year since I became a demon, but I can only vaguely remember the voice and face of my master. I can never go back to being a normal cat. I know I should forget all about my old life. I'd be lying if I said I had no attachment to my past. I've had my tomcats track the scent that's on the notebook. They haven't turned up anything yet. Do you want to meet your former owner again? I don't know. I think there might just be things I want to ask, like whether they truly abandoned me. It's not like I still wouldn't have any attachment to them, but if I could find out one way or another that I was loved until the end, I feel like I could make a clean break. But I'm afraid of finding out that I really was thrown out. I'm not sure I could hold back my emotions if that happened. I might be happier never knowing either way. I might be happier just forgetting all about it. Alright. And then her bonding quest, your owner. Manservant, no. Richard, I have an earnest request to make of you. Are you okay? You never called me anything other than manservant. Did you eat something weird? How rude. I'm an aristocrat, so of course I know how to politely make a request. Anyway, this is about my owner when I was a cat. I just got some information that they've been spotted in the shopping center. I don't have the courage to go see them myself, and I'm stuck in the emblem anyway. It's like you come with me. But then, just what am I going to do when I meet them? I said before that I wanted to ask whether I'd truly been abandoned, but what will I do when I hear the answer? How should I react if they tell me they really did throw me away? They probably won't know how to react to a demon suddenly appearing and claiming to be their old cat. I know firsthand what it's like to be afraid of learning about your past self. But you might regret for the rest of your life if you let this chance slip by. As a priest, I can't recommend doing that. Besides, the fact that you're being so open and speaking about it is proof that you made your mind up to do this. Follow your heart, Cait Sith. Accept. Shopping center during the day. Alright, we don't want you. Not yet. What? Oh no! What do I do? What's wrong? What'd the cat say? Someone is chasing after a girl who has the same scent as my owner. She dropped the flowers she was carrying as she ran away. Not only that, the whole situation was so strange. The one who was chasing her had the smell of blood over them. What do we do? When we try to follow her, there's too many scents here. It's too much for my cat nose. Actually, Cait Sith, at the very least we know that where that girl's heading. The flowers she dropped are most likely carnations and lilies. Both the kind of flowers you bring when visiting graves. Visiting graves? You mean she's going to the public cemetery? But that makes this whole thing even stranger. Why would a girl going to visit a grave be chased by an adult smelling of blood? I don't know. Maybe she's gotten herself wrapped up in some trouble. Or worse. The fact that she's throwing away a bouquet of flowers doesn't necessarily mean that's where she's gone to. But it might be worth checking if we're traces of her anyway. I got a bad feeling about all this. Let's hurry over there before it's too late. Right. Alright. Stay out. Alright, to the public cemetery. Alright, we want to go all the way to the end. Spirit Retreat now. Something seems to be happening past this doorway. Go through? Yes. Finally cornered you, Kazuha Ayasan. I've been searching for you this past half year. It would seem that impudent Dark Buster has some connection to this. I suppose one could say your speed runs in the family. But this ends now. Your feelings for your parents worked against you. Not to worry, I will send you to them very soon. Goodbye, Kazuha Aya-san. Please disappear. Hold it! Oh? Who might you be? Please, do not disturb someone at work. You are a church priest, are you not? That makes us co-workers. Let's try to get along with one another. I am called Robert. I am in charge of the cleaning of this town. Nice to meet you. Co-workers? What are you talking about? The priest in charge of looking after this town is Akiyama-san. I haven't heard of any other priest operating here. And what do you mean by cleaning? What are you planning on doing to that girl? I will make things very unpleasant for you if you so much as lay a finger on that girl. This girl's family was responsible for exposing damaging information about the church. They have been a thorn in our side for a very long time. Well, good. Even the church needs to air out its dirty laundry every now and then. Acting on orders from my superiors, I've been tasked with eliminating this family, and the only one left is this little girl. Isn't there something in the church about thou shalt not kill or something? Bunch of hypocrites you are. I remember now! He's the one who killed me! He came to the alley a while after I'd been brought there, and he... What's this? You have demons swelling in your hand? How very suspicious for a holy man. And this Cait Sith, so it survived and turned into a demon. What a tenacious family. What's this? Did you think you kept it hidden from me? How unfortunate for you, Aya-san. I disposed of your cat. Your family use animals as familiars, so I took the liberty of taking preventative measures before your magic would make things more complicated. Ultimately, it turned out to be just a cat. There had been no value in killing it, but by abandoning it there, you effectively let it die. Shut up! Tell you badmouth my master! Master let me escape. She brought me there so I wouldn't have been... She brought me there so I wouldn't end up being targeted by you like her parents were. But me being so naive, I stayed there and waited for her to come back. So it's not Master's fault you found me. Cait Sith. How touching. Despite your demonic transformation, your loyalty to your master is unchanged. Wonderful. Very well. Out of respect to that loyalty, I shall dispose of you and your priest first. He's using Bible to summon demons? Here it comes, Richard! Using the Bible to summon demons. That's interesting. Alright. Blessing prayer. Alright, elemental guard. Yeah, you ain't nothing. So this level of wandering spirit really isn't enough to dispose of a church priest. I'll let my guard down because my target was supposed to be a little girl. However, you have shown me something very interesting. Your name was Richard, yes? To think I would come across a demon-possessed priest. Laugh while you can. You're next. Prepare yourself. I'm not the powerless cat I once was. I have Richard now. You touch my master, I'll rip you limb from limb. Oh, very scary. Very scary. No matter the time period, transformed cats are always fearsome things. I suppose I have no choice but to pull back. Leaving a job half done goes against my principles, but it appears I am out of time anyway. Richard Kun, you said before that you never heard about me from the church, yes? The church has always been a collection of various faiths. This organization may not be the monolithic entity you think it is. What? Well then, farewell, good sir of the same church. We may yet meet again. I shall endeavor to truly dispose of you when that happens. Look forward to it. He disappeared. Who was that priest? There are summoners who operate in shadows and take contracts from government and other groups. Could that be what he is? Hey, are you alright? Are you hurt? There's no point talking to her. The shock of losing both her parents has rendered her mute. Who are you? Whoa there! Don't get the wrong idea. Think of me as that child's protector. I have no intention of fighting you two. My name's Ken. I do odd jobs around town. I accepted a job from her parents when they were still alive to protect her for a while. I was supposed to stop that man from killing her. She was doing just fine living and hiding with me, but she started wanting to go to visit her parents' grave recently. Then last night, she quietly snuck out from the safe house. You understand, don't you, Aya? Those guys hadn't given up. You should wait at least a year before you visit their grave. I will go to extremes and stop you from visiting their grave if that's what makes you happy. You still have things you need to do, right? You can't let yourself be bumped off in a place like this for the sake of that happiness, isn't that right? So you need to just put up with it for now. Get bigger, get more powerful, become someone who can use their own will to control things. Do that, and you can obtain power that will surpass even that of your parents. And I plan on sparing no expense to help you achieve that. Now let's go home and have something to eat so you can get your strength back. There'll always be time to remember your parents later. You're my master, aren't you? Sorry for saying this so suddenly, but I can't even remember my name from when I was a cat, let alone have any proof that time really existed. I don't remember anything from back then. Rather, I can't properly recall anything, like your name, your face, or anything else important. What am I rambling on about? Be brave, Cait Sith. Was I a good girl? Are you happy to have me around? I had so much fun with you. Even though I forgot so much when I became a demon, I still remember that. I thought you abandoned me. I thought maybe I was the only one who was happy back then. I've been really worried about that. The girl softly pats Cait Sith's head with a gentle smile on her face. Master! You won't give up, huh, church priest? You must think I look pretty suspicious. The girl went to you without a hint of concern, so at the very least she must feel that she's safest around you. Ultimately, I'm an outsider here, so I have no choice but to leave it to you and Cait Sith, who the ones actually involved in all this. Also, that priest I never heard of kept saying that he was part of the church. So if he's going to keep trying to take her alive, then she'll be a lot safer with you than with me at the church. A wise decision. Seems like you're no ordinary church dog. Rest assured, I'll take responsibility and escort her to an appropriate place where she can hide until the heat dies down. Just in case, I'll leave town with her today. We haven't met. Actually, we can never have met, if you catch my drift. You have my thanks for protecting her. Alright, catch you later. The girl called Aya turns to Cait Sith and gives her a small wave goodbye with a smile on her face. Are you sure you shouldn't be going with her? Being inside that emblem means there's no way I could follow her. Besides, demons shouldn't spend time around humans. Demons who hang around humans without magic can end up draining their life force with just their presence, whether the human in question wants them to or not. Though I keep saying I want a human manservant, I've actually been trying to avoid it for a long time for that reason. I don't want to bring in happiness to people. Ooh! I'm content now. I got to ask her about something that's been on my mind for so long. I know now that my happiness as a cat was the real thing. So this time, I want to be around the human I like forever. I want to always be by your side. Though, even if you said you didn't want me around, the demon emblem makes it impossible for me to leave. I'll have you stay with me for a long time to come, my manservant. Alright, already. I get it. Let me go. You're too fluffy. Alright, I'm changing loyalty for more fluffy coat.